I just want my breakup pain to stop. I just want to stop thinking about them. I want to sleep, or I just want them to come back so we can put this behind us and I can go back to feeling normal. Yeah, guys, I get it. I really do. I've been there a million times. Not literally a million times, but I've been there a few times. And today I'm going to explain why this hurts so badly, and I'm going to give you some ways to help you soothe this and to find a way forward, because ultimately why everybody is listening to content like this is to find a solution, is to find clarity. So I get it, you're going through one of the worst possible pains a human being can actually go through, and yes guys, a breakup is one of the worst pains you're ever going to experience in your life, and we need to appreciate and understand that, and that's okay. How you feel right now is okay. But before I get into dealing with this and why this happens, welcome back to the Love Fix. It's Nick, doing my best to get you through your breakups as easily and as healthily as possible. There are 2 links I want you to check out. One is for my one-to-one coaching services, so if you need my help to bespoke the advice to you and help get you through your heartbreak, hit the link in the description where it says Breakup Coaching. Alternatively, you can come and join the Facebook group. There's also a link there. If those links don't work because YouTube is changing some things that might make them not work, go to the About tab and hit the links in there. Without further ado, let's figure this out. Let's put a stop to the breakup pain. The pain you are going through when your ex has said, hey, I don't want to be with you romantically anymore, is almost similar to a baby going through the pain of its mother or father not being there, or it's not getting its needs met, so it will sit there screaming and kicking because that's the only thing it can do. It's trying to alert the parent that it's in trouble, or it's hungry, or it's uncomfortable, it's hurting. And if that need doesn't get met, then it will literally threaten the survival of that child. And here's the thing, guys, that doesn't really change as we get older. We're more aware and we know how to self-soothe to a certain point. But that same instinct, that same driver, the pain that you are feeling right now when it comes to a breakup is the same pain you would feel as a baby when you needed to be fed, or you needed your nappy or diaper to be changed, or you need someone to pick you up and just give you a hug and kiss you and tell you everything's going to be okay with the world. We are literally hardwired for this shit. And that is why it is so horrifically painful when you get dumped. And the other reason it's horrifically painful is because we associate our identity to survival. And when you go for a breakup, that threatens your identity, which then threatens your survival, which then feels like an emotional death. So we no longer seek physical comfort, or physical shelter is a better term. We no longer seek that too much. It's mostly, in most modern countries, shelter is pretty well provided for. Even if we're on the poverty line and there's not much money around, the government will typically find a place for us in most cases. I know there's plenty of homeless people out there, which in a country like the UK, the US and other big countries that have got a lot of money, there definitely shouldn't be any homeless people, but you get my point. So that leaves us with the emotional component, the emotional shelter, and we try to find that in our partners, because as we get older, our parents might, they're going to let us go off in the world. We might be a little bit more distant from our parents. You still need your parents in a lot of ways, but we back off from them. Same with siblings, and you've got your friends, but they can only provide a certain amount. When it comes to your romantic partner, they will provide something that's on a different level that you can't get from anyone else. Now, I preach self-love. I'm all for that. I'm always saying, look, you need to love yourself before someone else can love you. I'm always saying that. But I also have to be real and understand human beings, that we have evolved to be with people. We are social creatures. Our very survival depended on helping one another, being in a village, helping raise the other person's children, defending each other, hunting with each other. The human race has literally got this far because of that community, that mutual beneficial agreement. It's like, look, I'm here for you and you're here for me. So if you add all that up, if you add all the biology up and our hardwired survival mechanisms, this is why it's so fucking hard, and this is why it's so difficult to move on. So yes, I preach breakup recovery. I preach self-love and self-awareness, and to a point, independence, but not, toxic independence where we say, oh, I don't need a woman, I don't need a man. No, you do. And I've said before, hypocritically, I don't need you, I want you. I don't need you, I want you. Now, there's a double-edged sword to that. When I say to people, hey, look, you do not need your ex. That's true. You don't need that particular person. You want them. But do we need people in general? Yes. So when I say, look, you don't need your ex, if that person is decoupled from you, detached, you don't need that person, because you can heal, you can do the work on yourself, and you can go and find someone else to fulfill that part of your life, to fulfill that role. Someone who's better, that matches your energy, matches your level, matches your crazy. And you can see your ex as a training mechanism, a learning experience, because your ex will teach you exactly the lessons that you needed to learn. Now, if you're paying attention and you're being observant, you will heed that lesson. And if you was bad at communication, you will learn to communicate. If you've got an attachment style that is closing you down and stopping you from being intimate and attaching to people, then you can go and fix that. And attachment styles play a big part here. We form our attachment styles within the first 5 years of life. And going back to, if our parent or our primary caregiver wasn't there to pick us up, wasn't there to feed us the moment that we got hungry, or they changed our diaper instead of feeding us. So in reality, we were hungry. We didn't need to be changed. We were just hungry, and that need doesn't get met. That's going to form your attachment style, and that's going to carry on into your romantic relationships. So you can get people that are overly anxious. You can get people that are overly avoidant. You can get a combination of those two. But the good thing is, you can rewire your brain to become more secure, and you can have better relationships. And that will also help you get through breakups a little bit easier. Because no matter the breakup, guys, it sucks. I haven't had one good breakup. So, oh yeah, that was fun. That was easy. No. I've had breakups that have been easier than others. I've had breakups that have been less painful than others. I've been the dumper. I've been the dumpy. Both sides suck for different reasons, and both sides can hurt for different reasons. So it's not a case of, oh, well, I'll just be okay. No, it sucks. Most people will feel it. Most people will be in an horrendous amount of pain. But that's a good thing, guys, because it means you're alive. It means you're a human being, and it means you have the capability of attaching to other human beings, and that means your survival will improve once you've healed and you can start attaching to other people. You will start getting the benefits of less stress, less anxiety, especially when you're with someone healthy who knows how to self-soothe, who knows how to self-regulate, who knows how to be there for you when it's time to be there for you, who knows how to back off when it's time to back off. That's what healthy looks like. And it is out there. So my friends, right now it is going to hurt. And there are things you can do, all the generic stuff that we say, like meditation, journaling, no contact, getting out there and doing new things, exercise. Yeah, all these things help. There's nothing, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel here, and I'm not trying to. There's a lot of generic things that you can do, but I think a lot of people do not appreciate that you just have to feel it to heal it. You have to bear with it at the moment. You're going to have to take a little bit of pain right now, because that is your body's way of saying something's not right and I don't like it. But human beings and the human body and the human psychology is remarkably adaptable. Again, a double-edged sword, because it can adapt in a way that shuts us down, or it can adapt us in a way that makes us anxious, or if you do it right, it can adapt you in a way where you learn from it and you become secure. That's our power. That's our superhuman power. That's our survival mechanisms. So you have to learn how to navigate that, recognize it, and let it do its thing. Your feeling brain is in control, always is, always will be. We like to think the logical brain's in control, but it's not. So you have to let your feeling brain do its thing. It's there to protect you. It's there to say, hey, I'm not okay right now and I need your help. So guys, yeah, this hurts. And I'm sorry that you're going through this. And there's a big part of me that hopes one day, which I don't think is going to happen, that channels like this don't need to exist, and my Facebook group doesn't need to exist, and my coaching services don't need to exist. But until then, it's going to take a little bit of time. Grief will take the path it needs to take, and it's different for everybody. It depends on your environment, how long you was with that person, the nature of the breakup, the nature of the relationship. Nature, nurture, biology, psychology all comes into play. So be kind to yourself and give yourself a break. And just let yourself know, okay, it's going to take some time, it's going to hurt, but it will be okay. Because guys, I get a lot of stick for this, but it's easier if somebody died. Now, that's a worse event in your life. I'm not going to compare a death to a breakup. No, it's a worse event, but you can get over a death a little bit easier than you can get over or learn to live with a breakup. Because here's the kicker with breakups, there's the possibility of them coming back is what makes it so fucking painful. That's probably one of the hardest things to bear, that possibility that they may just come back. And then there's what's in your head, your emotions, your feeling brain still thinks the relationship is real. It can't let go. Again, coming back to your survival mechanism, it cannot let go because it threatens your survival. And then there's the reality of the situation, the actual reality of your ex leaving. And then those two parts of you are at war with each other. And that's okay. It's going to take some time for your brain to figure it out. And I wish there was a quicker solution, but there isn't. But the channel's here, my group is here, my coaching services are here, your friends are here, your family is here, the world is here, your community, your village is here. We will support you and you'll be okay. I promise. That's all I've got for today. If you like the video, I would really appreciate it if you hit like and subscribe. It'd really help the channel out. If you need my help, again, check out the links in the description or the About tab. And as always, I'll see you on the other side.